Basics: An Introduction to Computers. Before we introduce the components of a computer, we must first be able to differentiate between what is a hardware and a software. Hardware is any physical device which can be seen or touched, such as a printer, a mouse, a CPU, a keyboard, and so on. Software is something that cannot be physically touched, such as computer softwares. An example of computer softwares would be Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, or even Google Chrome. Moore's Law. Moore's Law states that the number of transistors and resistors on a chip doubles every 24 months, or in other words, every 2 years. The number of transistors and resistors in a chip mentioned in Moore's Law refers to the circuit in a CPU. In other words, as the CPU becomes smaller with time, the current which passes through the circuit of a CPU becomes faster. This increases the computer's capacity double the amount every 2 years. Logical units. Logical units are the basic parts of a computer, and they include input, output, CPU, ALU, and storage. Storage is divided into 3 parts: secondary storage unit, memory, and cache memory. Input and output. Input is the receiving part of a computer. It receives information from input devices such as a USB, a mouse, or a touchscreen. Output, which is the shipping part of the computer, displays information which the computer has processed in various ways, such as printing it on a paper, creating mobile vibrations, or emitting it as an audio through speakers. CPU, which stands for Central Processing Unit, is the brain of the computer. It regulates all the units of a computer. Nowadays, the ALU, or the Arithmetic and Logical Unit, which performs calculations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and moduli, are parts of the CPU. As mentioned before, there are 3 types of storage: memory, secondary storage, and cache memory. First, we will begin by analyzing what is memory. Memory is the storage part which keeps information received from input devices to be processed later on by the computer. Memory can also be called primary memory, and it is divided into 2 parts: RAM and ROM. RAM, or random access memory, is a short-term memory which stores information for a short period of time. However, if a laptop or a PC were to be turned off, this memory is lost. In ROM, which is read-only memory, it is a long-term type of memory. This type of memory does not lose data when the PC or the desktop is turned off. Furthermore, memory is faster than secondary storage. However, it is more expensive. Secondary storage unit is also called the warehouse section. It stores information for long periods of time: weeks, months, years, or maybe even decades. In secondary storage, when a PC is turned off, the data is not lost. However, secondary storage is much slower than memory, but it is also cheaper. Examples of secondary storage are hard drives, CDs, or USB. Cache memory, or is also called a CPU memory, is much faster than a normal memory, since it is physically closer to the CPU. Program instructions are stored in this type of memory. That is all for this tutorial. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.